What's going on, people? You know what time it is? It's time to get ill with another knife review. Appalachian ADV Rider coming to you. Thanks for joining. And what do we got here? As you can see in the description, it is a limited edition AD10. Cold steel AD10. Now, I've heard a lot about the triad lock and figured, I got to try this out. If I'm going to be a knife reviewer, which I am, I need to try out this triad lock. And this is really the first cold steel knife that I own, and I will have owned. So let's see what's in here. Here we go. Oof, nice and heavy. It's like a brick. It's a brick-sized box. It's gonna be a brick. So let's see, what does it say here? Check out the box. Limited edition. It's made by Andrew Demko. He's the guy that created the triad lock, and he also created the shark lock. And then a 20 AD and the AD 20.5. All right, let's check this out. Let's just get right to it. Whew, that is heavy. I like it. I like a nice heavy knife. So, there is a sticker. Have to break the seal. Don't tell anybody. Yeah, we're just going to cut it. I'm not going to sell it. I'm going to carry this knife. I'll be using it. Oh, and it's got like a little spring to it. Nice. And it comes with an extra clip. Okay, all right. Ooh, that is heavy. All right, let's start right away. And let's see, anything else in this box? Oh, nice backing to it. Anyway, you're not here for the box. I'll check that out later. I feel like I have to say it. This is not a review. This is an unboxing. So my opinions could change tomorrow. This is, like I said, not a review. All right, where's my scale? Let's go check it out. Here we are. It's in grams right now. See, can you see that? Okay. It is 257 grams, and I have no clue what that means, right? I mean, it's heavy, but whatever. Don't know anything about grams. 9.1 ounce. That is a heavy knife, and it certainly feels heavy. I like it. Now, you certainly couldn't put this in your... well, you got to be careful what you carry it in. I'm not really sure what I was about to say. I was going to say put it in your underwear. So sometimes I'll walk around the house, and if I'm in my underwear, I'll stick something in my waistband there. But you can't do that with this. So there, I said it. So this is a limited edition. There's 1,000 of them made. This is number 579, as if it matters. It comes in titanium. It has a titanium backspacer, and I think normally this would be aluminum. So let's do the first flick. 9 ounces. That's a lot. That's a heavy knife. Let's see. It's got a satin finish. It's got a very wide bevel. That is very wide. I'm a little taken back by that. I guess because it's so thick, the only way to make it slicey is to fatten it up like this, I guess. I don't know. Let's see. Is it even slicey? We've got all these little political things going out here. So this has been perfect. Thank you, guys. This is the only thing that politics does for me. It allows me to test my paper cutting for free. Oh, wait. Oh yeah, that's nice. Yeah, let's do this. No comment. All right. Yeah, that's pretty good. I like it. All right, move this off to the side. It has a nice feel in the hand. My hand, I have a double XL hand or double X hand, and it fits right here in this suggested space right here. And the thickness is a good thickness. I mean, it's not too thick and it's not too thin. I bet you anything this would be a great hard to use knife. There's some jimping up here, not rough at all. I'm gonna say you can barely feel it. I mean, there's no jagged edges, so that's what I mean. Obviously, if you press down on it, you feel it, but there's no jagged edges there. Yeah, everything is sort of rounded on the blade, so that's pretty good. Does not have a sharpening choil, so that's not great. Well, so this is, like I said, a limited edition knife and it's come in 3V steel. So I think this is the only time this cold steel, this AD10 came in 3V. So that's great. This is a really tough steel. It's semi-stainless. And if you're going to have a steel for a hard use knife, 3V is one of the steels you would want. 3V, Crew Weir, M4, those are all pretty heavy duty steels. The advantage to this over those other two is that it probably is a little more rust resistant. So I'm going to test this out first, see how it drops. I don't want it to fall on my finger. I think I've seen people like put their finger here and then let it drop. Oh, all right. Yeah, let's check that out. Kind of gets sucked in all the way up here. All right, there you go. So I'm assuming there's no detent ball. Yeah, there's no detent ball because it has this locking system. So Andrew Demko has made this locking system, the triad lock, and it was considered the strongest lock up until this one. Andrew Demko, the creator of the Shark Lock, which is what this is, and this lock here has said, him personally, the creator, has said that this is a stronger lock. Now let's check out the size while we have it here. So I have a few, this is like, I think probably the largest knife I have. While I'm at it, let's just go ahead and do the measurements while we're talking. And we'll get back to everything else. Here, move this off the screen for a second. Pull in this thing here. Make sure you can see the bottom numbers. There you go. You can barely see it. All right, there you go. All right. So just looking at the knife by itself, it is 8 3/4 inches, the overall length. The length of the blade steel itself from, let's say the top of from the highest point of the handle of the scale is 3.5 inches. And that's actually where the cutting edge ends, because the handle is on an angle like this. So this is a 3.5 inch cutting blade, and I guess I'm going to call it 3.5 inch total steel. However you want to call that. Man, I like the way this feels. All right, let's compare it while I have it open. Let's compare it to, the knife since it's already out. It's a little bit longer than the 20 AD. See, this is, what other larger knives do I have? I have this Curtis knife. All right, so it's just as big as the Curtis knife. Okay. We got a XM24, Hindura XM24. All right, there we go. The big boy. It's funny with this knife. I hold it, I'll play with it, I'll carry it, and then I'll pick something else up, and everything else feels small compared to this one. But this one doesn't feel small because of its weight. That is hefty. All right, and then last but not least, we got the Microtech. All right, so I guess it isn't my largest knife. So it's my heaviest knife, but it's not my largest knife. So the Microtech is a little bit bigger. All right. Oh, I hate that double clutch to this Microtech. All right, put these knives away. There you go. Okay, what else? Love that. Love it. All right, so what else is there? So this is an interesting pocket clip. I mean, it's not subtle, that's for sure. Don't know how it fits. This is not a review. I haven't put it in my pocket. I don't want to stop to tell you how it is. When I review this knife, I'll talk about the pocket clip. Interesting. Doesn't look like it has a big ramp there, but I'm not going to make a judgment about that. This has a lanyard hole, and it's an interesting design. It's almost like a glass breaker, but it's not. It's got a little triangle at the end. It definitely fills my hand, and I got some extra left over. All right, look at that tip. That tip is stout. Can you see it? Am I on screen? Yeah, let me get rid of this thing. All right, so we did measurements. There you go. Okay, done with that. Yeah, look at that tip. Oof. Oofa. Yeah, this is definitely a hard-use knife. I mean, I don't know why I got it, other than I wanted to try the triad lock. I like a heavy knife. I like a big knife. It's just, you know, it's not stainless. I like stainless knives, or at least, you know. A 3-3 is not bad though. So I don't know. We'll see if I carry it or not. The titanium does not have any weight reduction cut into it. You know, at 9 ounces, you would think it didn't, so that's good. I'm not sure what this is. I bet you that's a pin to lock out the blade. I don't know. I mean, it's obviously a hole for a pin. And maybe, you know, so it doesn't open up on you. I'm not even sure. Kind of a curious hole. Anybody you know what that is, leave a comment down below. So apparently this is made in Taiwan. Hey, one of the things that is interesting about this knife is it has phosphor bronze washers and Teflon washers. So I think the phosphor bronze goes against the titanium, and the Teflon goes in between the phosphor bronze and the knife steel. So it certainly has decent action, and that kind of landed on my finger. Oh, it tagged me a little bit. Yeah. Woo. Okay. So I got to learn how to do that. Good slow roll to it. How did they do that? They put their finger here. You know what? I'm not going to mess with it. I'll play with that later. But it's nice to know that the knife is sharp. I mean, it's relatively sharp. It feels kind of dull right there. Well, you know what? Let's go ahead and put I always like putting a little tiny secondary bevel on it. Makes it really nice. Oh, let's see. Usually doesn't require too much effort. Yeah, already that feels a lot sharper. You know, I'm going to do one more pass or 2 more passes on this. Not that I need it to be really sharp because, you know, it tagged me, but because that's a heavy blade. So it just, you know, it could have been just like the weight of it got me. All right, let's get to my, oh yeah. That's good. Yep. You know what? I like to hike in the woods, and this might be my like hiking knife, though. So when I say hiking, I don't mean like hardcore hiking where you want to be minimalistic and carry a lot less. I walk in the woods. You know, it might be a couple of hours, and it's a day trip, and I always feel like I like to have something that is capable. I mean, you know, this feels like you can do anything with this knife. You know, there is no blade play at all, no up and down, side to side movement. It's got a double thumb stud, and it looks like you can take it off, you know. So maybe it's not pressed in there. So I'm not sure why you would take that off, because that's how you open it, but okay. Yeah, that's interesting how that drops down. That's very similar to this knife. Does the same thing. So, same designer did the same thing, so that's not surprising. What else? So this is bead-blasted. It's nice. It's got some, you know, nice fasteners there. Let's see. Are they a T8? blood. Oh no. Don't tell me they're T6s. Can you imagine? Big beefy knife and you got... Yep. Big beefy knife and you got T6 hardware. Okay. Whatever. At least they're deep. They're sunken in deep, so they'll probably be harder to strip. You know, if they were shallow, it'd be, you know, probably easy to strip. All right. And then the center one... that might be a T10. Let's see. I think I have my T10 in this puppy over here. And then that's a T10. Okay. So, I mean, it is what it is. Not crazy about T6s, but whatever. All right. What else? Let's see if I can flick this thing again. Yeah, because of that, the way it sucks itself back in so high up, you really need to like flick it pretty well to get it past this point right here. All right, there's no detent, so you're not breaking the detent. You got to do maybe a little bit of hand flick there. I'd be afraid to do this reverse flick. I mean, you know, it's the first time I'm doing it. Yeah, whatever. I'm not going to embarrass myself. There we go. Thumb flick. That worked. Slow roll works great, obviously. Yeah, I definitely like it. It feels good. Feels strong. Looks like it's got a little spring back there for this mechanism. So this is like a similar design. It's like a knuckle, like this one is, except I've seen pictures of it. It's hooked. So it goes behind the blade stock. So the blade stock looks like there's a hook this way, and this one has a hook that way. And then you go past the edge and it sits in there, and then it's locked in pretty solid. And even with that, it has a blade stop, which seems a little overkill, but I like it. I mean, this is a heavy blade, so that's good. I'm not sure what that is. Oh, that's just schmutz. In New York, where I grew up, there was a Yiddish expression called schmutz, which I'm not Yiddish, but anyway. All right, so there you go. That's the unboxing. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe to the channel, and check out my playlist. I got a lot of content, knife content out there, and follow the channel because I'll be using this thing and I'll review it. All right then. Thank y'all, and I will see you later.